Hello, guys and gals, and it is that time again. It is time for Vlog Friday. Um, um, Let me check which one it is because I don't remember. 22. This should be the 22nd Vlog Friday that I've recorded, and I don't know why that's important. It probably isn't. But, anyways, one of the things that's important to remember is that through life we'll always have some kind of conflict, and conflict resolution is always really, really important. I mean, you can't really go around just punching your problems away and stuff like that. There's healthy ways to deal with problems. There are some people that get overwhelmed with problems, and well, sometimes they take the wrong way out. I mention suicide a lot during these vlogs because my worldview is that everybody matters. It doesn't matter who they are, and everyone matters. I mean, no one in the entirety of the human race is pointless because everyone has worth, and everyone basically is part of this tapestry that makes up the planet. If you can think of it like that. Like a giant loom, and everyone is a string in this loom, and everybody helps form this tapestry. And it's just pretty sad when somebody, takes their own life, because it's hard to fathom that someone could find that life to be that hopeless. So, one way to cope with this, and I know that depression and mental illness sometimes leads to these kind of things, or even just someone reaching the pinnacle of what they were going for. It's kind of common for people to hit a pinnacle, some kind of height in their career, and then they realize that there doesn't seem to be anything beyond that. And that's just kind of sad. And to be honest, I'm not exactly sure how to answer that. But I do know of ways that a person can cope, maybe a little bit, with depression itself, or some of the symptoms. I'll talk more about that in point 3. I always go over these same points, so a lot of these are probably retread, but that's just because they're so important, or I feel they're important. One thing to do is you can do something you enjoy at least once a day. Make sure it's something legal. I do have to put in that little disclaimer. And also make sure it's something that's within your nutritional wheelhouse. I mean, I don't condone diabetics chowing down on brownies or anything like that. That's something my mom would have done. And probably how she ended up with a blood sugar of over 1,200 that one time when I found her. But that is a different story, and I think I've probably told that story. I'm not sure exactly what video I told that story in, but I have told that story about my mom. But anyways, also I'm not saying that if you have celiacs or something to go eat something that's gluten in it, because you'll just end up in the hospital. It's just not worth it. What I'm saying is you have to make sure that it's within your nutritional wheelhouse, and you need to use common sense, of course. So as long as you meet those criteria, then I guess that anything is game, I suppose. But anyways, yeah, do something to treat yourself, like watch a movie you really enjoy or something like that. I've done several movie reviews, so maybe one of those. Anyways, it's easy. It might sound strange, but with social platforms like Facebook and whatever else there is, It's easy to have like lots of followers or people looking at your post, but you can still feel alone, and it can seem like nobody really cares, and that's really kind of tragic because there's always someone who cares, and that is one thing that can also help. Just knowing that someone out there cares about you, that can really make a difference because in depression, it can really seem like nobody cares, but it's actually a lie. In depression, your body actually lies to you sometimes, and that's kind of tragic too. But you should always remember that there's always someone who cares. Now, I mentioned point three earlier, and that we were going to go into that. And that is, if you're suffering from an affliction, there is no shame in seeking help, and there is also no shame in taking medicine if it helps you with your condition. I realize that there are some mental conditions like paranoid schizophrenia, borderline. I'm pretty sure that borderline you need medication. Bipolar. Just to stabilize all your levels, you basically need to take medication in order to cope. And there's no shame in that. I mean, there used to be a stigma attached to mental illness, and hopefully that's kind of going away. Um, it used to be that it was a topic that was shied away from, you know. You didn't want anyone to think you were crazy and stuff like that. But there's really no shame in being who you are. And there's also no shame in seeking help. Now, I realize that depression can be coped with. Is that even a word? Coped with? You can cope with depression with diet and stuff like that, and you can bypass the need for medication. And if you can do that, then hey, that's wonderful. But there's lots of people that can't, and there are people who probably need medication but don't have it because they don't seek help. And I'm saying you should probably seek help because it's a way to feel better. It's a legal way to feel better, and so yeah, if you're able to deal with your depression without medication, then hey, that's awesome. I admire you for that. But if you can't, then there is no shame in medication. Anyways, four, no matter how bad things get, there's always hope. That's a big thing right there, is that sometimes we give up hope. Sometimes it's too easy to give up on hope. That's just one of the realities of life. And as long as you have hope, then you'll be okay. You never want to really extinguish that ember of hope. And there are people who have, and they're not with us anymore, and which is kind of tragic. Because, like I say, everyone is important, and everyone plays a role in society. Even if you don't have a job, you still play a role in society, and everyone matters. That's one thing that I truly believe. Number five is societal tags are pointless. People are people, and that's another thing we need to realize is that, as I said in another one, just because somebody cuts you off on the highway or something, they're not exactly slighting you. They're just in a hurry, and they probably don't even know what you're thinking or not even thinking about you when they do that. It's easy to get lost in your own little world and not really pay attention to what's going on around you. People are people. That goes for basically everyone. It doesn't matter what country you're from, what color your skin is, what your sexual orientation is, what religion you believe in, or if you believe in a religion at all. People are people. Everyone's made of the same bones, blood, and skin as everybody else. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. People are people, and everybody should be treated with respect. It makes me sad to see civil unrest and stuff like that when everyone should definitely get along. Because people are people. I mean, what you believe in doesn't make you less of a person. Number six is be yourself. There will never be another you. And this is another thing. I always bring up some of the really popular YouTubers because they got where they were and all their views and subscribers because they are themselves. They're comfortable with themselves and they don't imitate other people. Well, they might, but maybe as a joke. They are their own person, and that is important. It's important to be who you are it's important to basically people will come to appreciate and love you just the way you are. And being a cookie cutter of somebody else just isn't really doing anybody any favors. You were basically made unique, and you should let your uniqueness show. And number 7 is always think positive thoughts. That can't always be easy, and I know that, especially when you get crushing news or something like that, or when something terrible happens. But you should always have positive thoughts. I know it isn't easy sometimes. Sometimes, a lot of the time, it's not easy to be positive, especially when things seem to be really bad. But you should always have hope, number 4. And positive thinking can also be very, very helpful. It can help combat depression, and it is the end all be all, of course, because you can only go so far with positive thinking, but it makes life a little bit easier to live. It is, of course, an opinion, and you can either take my opinions or leave them. Either way is fine, but I hope that at least one person takes all these things to heart, and that I've helped at least one person. And that's why I do these every Friday. It's because there's a lot of unpleasant conditions out there in the world, people who are suffering, and people who probably need help. And hopefully they get that help. And maybe my video will help them, maybe it won't. I don't know. I can only do what I can from this side of the camera. What you do with these points is completely up to you. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video here. If you like this content, make sure you like and subscribe and ring the bell so you know when I upload. The goal is still 75 subscribers. We'll get there someday. And there really is no hurry. I'm just happy that people watch my videos. I wish I could express exactly how much it means to me that people actually watch my videos. I didn't start this channel to be popular. I started this channel to help people. Popularity is the last thing on my mind. I'd love to be monetized, but I realize that 1K views just on my own merit probably will never happen, and I'm okay with that because I'm making the content I want to make, and hopefully I'm helping people, even in a small way. I don't know if I've actually done anything or even a small part to be worthy of getting 1,000 views. 1,000 subscribers. This is my job, and I love every second of it, making videos. I get emails all the time of, well, you can pay and people will subscribe to you. We can get you monetized and stuff like that. But I always turn those down because I want to get those 1K views by my own merits. I don't want to just throw money at somebody and say, hey, subscribe. Because to me that feels like cheating. And I can't abide by that. I want to earn every subscriber I get. And when I do, it'll be awesome. But until then, I'll still keep making videos, and I'll still keep having a great time. Anyways, if you do want to support me in any way, all that information is in the description below. And thanks for watching, everyone, and have a great day.